You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go. Yo. It's the realest on the radio, your party bro, living in the vadio, making everybody go. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's the podcast broadcast, and I'm still trying to get us up on a Facebook page right now. Should be good.
Come on, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, you know, it's a weird thing, Rico. I'm getting these. I did something in the description that I guess was invalid. Said failed to post to Facebook. Here's what Facebook said. YouTube.com. Your content couldn't be shared because the link goes against our community standards.
Oh, no. What did you do?
My link is youtube.com/beefvegan. Did they figure out that I am too hot for Facebook?
Oh, no.
What did I do?
You're too controversial, Beef.
Right.
Can't handle it.
That is not cool. And I'm hoping that it does post to the Facebook page here soon so everyone could join us because I don't want to be late on this. I did update it, so it should be good. I'm going live. I'm ready to go live. I'm trying to do the live thing. Okay, yeah, I am live now. Thank you.
You have a comment.
Well, this is on YouTube. Well, good morning, Anthony. I tried to be right on top of it, like right at 9 o'clock, be able to share this. Normally I do the show open clip that we record this morning, but I'm brain dead from last night. I was a judge at the finals for Knife Fight, as we were talking about on the podcast broadcast yesterday with the chefs, and it was fantastic. Kiri won. If you're wondering who won, it was the female chef. Cool. And yeah, this is great news for both contestants because she was going up against her boyfriend, Steven. And I have a feeling Steven was hoping she'd win just so she would not hate him.
Yeah.
And
like, you can have this, babe.
Right. So
where is she a chef at, by the way?
She is a chef at, that's a good question. It's a Tankaverde Mountain Club or something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out for sure. And she was fantastic. And I'm going to share pictures of last night's event, the food that I got to eat. I tried rainbow fish for the first time. Good morning, Manny. Good morning, Screaming Dean. Good morning, Anthony. As we're live on this podcast broadcast, 100%. It's not even pre-recorded bits yet, even though I do have a lot of pre-recorded bits to share with you today because we've been having some fun. We had Emil in earlier today. We had Emil and Rico face off in the last word for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
So that was awesome. And good morning, Linda. We also did a couple stories. The Morning Moron was two separate naked people.
Good way to start out the day.
Yeah. Emil reported on one story. Rico reported on another. That was fantastic. The Am I the A-hole was a great story of a man who took his wife on their honeymoon only to be joined by her family.
Yeah, that's it still boils my blood. I'm like, that's absurd.
Right. And the guy flipped out on her family.
Which is, yeah, I would too.
Yeah. So
get out.
Shared all that.
Yeah.
Laura, you said you had an F My Life situation, so slide back into my DMs on Instagram. I need to hear your F My Life. We also had a great round of F My Lives this morning, as yesterday too. So, we're all lined up. And this is one of those shows where I'll say my F My Life was I had this big ass Americano coffee to help me get through the morning because, again, lack of sleep. I'm a big baby. I like to try to at least get 6 hours sleep when you do this gig.
The very least.
Yeah, because I'm trying not to sound like a complete idiot. And sometimes it's difficult. But, with a lack of sleep, it makes it even more difficult. And so I had this coffee. It was going to be my crutch. It was going to lift me up. It was going to Jesus me. It was going to be one footprint in the sand type deal, right? And I spilled it when I was only halfway down. And I've been running.
It was very dramatic. It was off air and Beef just lost it. He blew a fuse.
Yes.
My coffee!
I know.
Doesn't have a PA yet to run in and get him a new iced Americano, unfortunately.
No, yeah. We don't even have coffee in our break room here at the station. Everything's falling to shit.
You got Arizona Griller asking about the knife fight.
Who's Nick? Yes. And it was great. I'm going to show pictures of the knife fight that I I took last night so you can see some of the food and describe it to you.
I'm so unfamiliar with the term knife fight too. I'm thinking like you went to a street gang battle. Like
I
oh,
know,
cool.
I know, it's awesome. Hold on 1 second. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We are live streaming this on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page, Rico and I, and of course on YouTube, youtube.com/beefvegan. If you want to join us there, comment along, play Faker Florida, and win those tickets to Primus. But coming up next, there's a teacher story of a teacher who was giving out goodies to her students for behaving well. You know, this is something that all teachers really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was a little different, though, because she was giving out edibles. I'll tell you how and why next after Lincoln Park. Here's One Step Closer on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's Beef Vegan Presents. Clear.
One step closer. I'm about to trip.
Yeah.
Thanks, Teach.
And I have a bonus Florida man story that I'll probably share here.
Florida man.
Yeah. So coming up this hour, there's an AI generator coming up with great fake metal band names. We're going to share that one on the air. And Facebook is no longer allowing sexualized or degrading images of celebrities.
Is that why they kicked you off the stream?
Maybe that is why.
Maybe.
But I mean, shit. It's because am I being too sexy? I did post a promo video that Rico Powers helped us shoot, and Rico edited it together. Edited it.
I know. I hate that.
And it went a little something like this. So check it out, because I feel like I look hot in this video. Let me know.
I'll get that.
Hey, it's Beef Vegan from Beef Vegan Presents, and I need your help. On Friday, October 29th, I want to do my Halloween show, which consists of all covers from all your favorite bands. You'll hear bands like Disturbed, dressed up as Simon and Garfunkel, Bad Wolves, dressed as the Cranberries. You'll even hear Dynamite Hat, dressed as NWA. See? Whiteface, so it's not racist. Make sure that you comment below, and if we pull off this cover show that happens on October 29th from 6 to 10 a.m., you might even see Rico dressed as Powers, or Powers dressed as Mari. The possibilities are endless. So once again, comment below, like, share, and hopefully you'll be able to tune in to our all-cover show on Friday, October 29th. Beef Vegan Presents, 6 to 10 a.m., weekday mornings on Rock 102.1 KFMA. So there you go. That was our little promo video. What'd you think? Did you like Powers dressed as Mari? And what'd you think of Rico's impersonation of Powers?
Toot toot. We got some spooky cover bands coming up, huh?
Yes. Well, that's the goal. I got to put together that list, and I'm gonna literally map out the entire 4 hours and make it to where they can't say no, but we'll see. I need comments on that post. I shared that video on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page, basically asking for comments, and I only got Powers to comment on right now, so that's not a good look. So we'll see. All right, let's go on.
See the haha ratio.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. It's Beef Vegan Presents, and we talk about teachers. Mike on the stream came up with an excellent question. How does a teacher afford edibles on their salary?
Yeah.
Right? So that is an excellent question to ask as we get into this story, because this is coming out of South Carolina. Excuse me. Woo. Yeah. Here's the story. It was Lexington, South Carolina. A South Carolina elementary school teacher is out of a job after a student pulled out 2 packs of marijuana edibles from an in-class reward box. Yeah.
Reward box.
The 27-year-old teacher surrendered to deputies early Friday after a warrant charged her with possession of a Schedule I drug in the shocking September 23rd incident. So I think she did this on purpose. The sheriff said the deputies learned a student in her class grabbed a pack of Stony Patch Kids marijuana edibles from a box of candy she used to reward students in class. Now, detectives confirmed during interviews that the teacher took the pack of edibles from a student and told him to pick something else from the box, right?
Wow.
So she's like,
I see. Okay.
this treat is for me.
Yeah.
You take the regular Snickers.
Whoops.
The student went back to the box and happened to grab another pack of edibles.
Yeah, that's bad.
So there's more than one pack of edibles in this rewards box. Now, no student ate the THC infused candy, but investigators found packs of pot edibles similar to those selected by the unwitting male pupils during a search of her home a day later. Now, she was later hysterical when she was questioned about the incident by the assistant principal, and she was put on administrative leave after deputies notified the school. Yeah. And so the question for me is like, was she giving these kids edibles on purpose to try to mellow them out? Or was she so high all the time?
I was going to say that probably. That sounds like a big stony mistake.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the wrong box. I took the class. Oh.
Right.
Like,
and my final question is, what is this lady even doing teaching elementary school? This sounds much better suited for high school, you know?
Exactly.
That's a class I would go to.
Mrs. G is high again.
I put a little pun in there, and yes, I do feel ashamed about it. There was I was a judge at last night's knife fight finals, and I want to give a shout out to Kiri. She was in studio yesterday with her boyfriend Steven. They were the two chefs going up head to head against each other in the final. There were 16 chefs all in this bracket style competition, and a knife fight happens over the course of, I believe, like 2 months. Leading to the final. The final was at Union, and it was a fantastic setup. There was about a couple hundred people there. It looked really good.
Nice.
And they went head to head against each other, and Kiri won. Smoked them. Smoked Steven, and I think they were both winners because Steven was super happy for his girlfriend, and it was really good to see. Yeah. And they made some stuff that was phenomenal. I had something that I never had before, and neither did any of the judges, and it was rainbow fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe that's what it's called, rainbow fish, but I never had rainbow fish. And apparently it's fish that lives in tropical water, and they eat coral, the coral reef, right? So there was a red fish and there's a blue fish. There was a one fish, there was two fish. And they whipped that together. Steven didn't do that great, but Kiri, she made that rainbow fish taste like lobster. I was blown away. I'll show pictures of all the dishes on our podcast broadcast stream right now. So join us on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to be back next. And when we come back, I'm very excited to break this down. There's a website that will give you a great fake metal band name. So, Childish Gambino, who is Donald Glover, he came up with his rap name based off of Wu-Tang Clan name generator.
Right.
And it came up with Childish Gambino.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, now there's a website that I'll let you know about that creates perfect metal names. And if you're in a metal band and you don't like your name or you haven't came up with a name yet, then you definitely want to stick around. I'll give you a list of some of my favorites next on Beef Vegan Presents. Kind of tripped over that last word, but that's okay. That's that 4 hours.
Because you didn't have your Americano.
Yeah.
It was destroyed.
All right, let's get back to these comments real quick. Trying to get creative minds. Let's see. And by the way, shout out to Vegan Egan says, shout out to AZ allowing growing. Finally able to make their own meds at home. That's awesome. Yeah, I've been seeing my friends grow some wicked plants. Wicked.
No, it's about time. It's great. I think it's great.
Yeah, do you partake? I don't think you smoke weed, right?
I don't know what I think I need to find my strand because I get way too paranoid. Like we talked about the indica versus sativa, and I gotta find my strand.
Right.
Make me just chill.
Well,
enjoy the high, not be like, oh my God, what is my life? What's going on?
If you're not doing anything Friday, we can hang out and we can just give you a whole bunch of different strands until you find
live stream and call it Beef's Hot Box.
Yeah, it's legal. We could do that.
Yeah.
Todd, I'm sending you an invite if you're around your computer. I don't know if you are. I want to send all these pictures. So I'm going to do that. When we return, I'm going to have all these pictures of all the great food that I've been making or I ate last night. Show you some pictures of Knife Fight and make Rico even more hungry. But we did have a bunch of great times this morning. So we'll start off with Kesha's a creeper. The pop star Kesha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She claimed that she had sex with a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it gets weirder from there. And went a little something like this. Check it out. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Hanging out here with Emil and Rico, and we got so many things to cover. First, I'm so upset about my phones as I'm trying to talk to people. I got that call waiting beep coming in.
Yeah,
it's
really annoying. I said it was like the nuclear warning noise, or it's like a storm warning.
Yeah,
you can't hear anything they're saying.
Oh no, we're top of the line here at KFMA. You know, we got all the fanciest equipment from 1972.
We have the best noises.
I want to cover a couple things here real quick because I found both these very intriguing. First, the pop singer Kesha.
Yeah.
I know we're a rock station, so you're like, why are you bringing up this Kesha lady? Well, she claims she once had sex with a ghost, right?
Oh,
And this it coincides with Halloween, 'tis the season. So yeah, she full blown believes that she had sex with a ghost, like scary movie style. And now she's doing a show about haunted places.
of course she is.
Right. I mean, to me, this seems like, imagine you hook up with a girl and then she does a show about finding Ricos. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like a creeper at this point. It's like she got it so good from this ghost.
You exploited me.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
She dedicates her life and career into finding more places that have the ghosty just floating around.
For horny ghosts.
I mean, it sounds like her vagina might be a little haunted.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Huh? Ooh.
Ooh, spooky.
So I just wanted to bring attention to that because that's my first thought when I came across this story. Like, this is weird. At what point are we gonna send Kesha in as the new exorcist? Whenever someone
Exactly. Who's gonna be the new demon exercising priest?
Right. As soon as someone gets possessed, you're just like, we'll send in Kesha's thirsty ass.
Yeah.
This ghost will, probably mess around with her and then won't be able to be seen for the next 30 years. Just like, I'm out.
To send a bunch of thoughts in to do their own ghost shows, pretty much.
Dude, Demi Lovato, doesn't she have like a UFO show right now too?
Yes.
It's a whole new thing.
But she's also from another planet, so that works.
That's true.
Yeah, these pop stars, they're getting crazy
Yeah.
with their supernatural stuff. Obsessions, I guess.
Cardi B is going to be doing exorcisms very soon.
Yeah, and then another thing that was trending over the weekend, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but Hooters was attempting to change their uniform standards for their waitresses.
No.
Yeah, to make even skimpier shorts.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Oh,
this is a
go
completely
skimpier,
different
yeah.
direction, I thought.
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
It's like they're going to start wearing pantsuits.
right. Well, yeah. So they were going away from, just showing off the cleavage. They wanted to show more ass. And the new shorts were basically like thong underwear to where most of your butt shows. And a lot of these girls, like the 22-year-olds, they have the even bigger butts because they just kind of eat bottom heavy foods. I don't know how they're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're doing it, but I just know that asses are getting bigger. It's the Kardashian effect, right? Big asses are definitely in style. And I'm seeing, like, when I go to U of A games,
Mhm.
a lot of big asses.
Well,
Then
then
big juicy peaches.
the great thing about it is when you look back through pictures in time, you can pinpoint when this ass was. As like, that's a 2021 ass. You can always tell what like a
timeline.
90s ass looked
Yeah.
like. It's
Yeah.
like a little
Yeah.
flat but long, but not bad.
Right.
It's 2020 ass.
Do you miss 90s ass?
Yeah, the nostalgic side of me.
It
Yeah.
was pure.
I like going retro when it comes to my booty.
Yeah, right.
Vintage booty.
Yeah, but anyways, their pictures were going online and they went viral. And then someone got their hands on a copy of the memo Hooters sent to employees. It basically said that if they didn't like the new shorts, they should test drive them for like 2 weeks to see if they can't get used to them.
Test drive.
Uh-huh. And if not, they had two options. And this is where things got a little sketch. They said they could ask to be transferred to a quote unquote non-image based position at the restaurant, aka dishwasher. Yeah, exactly. You could be dropping the wings into the fryer, or but they'll probably make less money, or they could just quit. So it was kind of like an FU memo. They're like, hey, two options if you don't like our new uniforms, ladies. Shut up or leave. We got more lining up. Now, of course, there was immediate backlash online from employees who didn't want to wear them. And one said she didn't think it was fair because they're not the shorts she agreed to wear when they hired her. So essentially, if they want to roll out these shorter shorts, they have to go with a whole brand new staff that agreed to wear them going into the job. But either way, based off the backlash, Hooters now backed up and they put out a statement saying that they're updating their policy. Staff members will now have the option to go full-blown hoe or just partially hoe.
That's what I'm saying. Let them
Yay.
choose. If they want to wear the shorts, if they want to wear the thong,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It looks good either way, I think, honestly.
Yeah.
Because how many of these places do we have that we get to go to a restaurant, eat some wings, and see some butts?
Yeah.
So either way, it's fine. Let them wear if they want to.
I'd say just, do the option where you can have the line cooks wear the shorts. Be like, we're making the line cooks wear the same shorts.
The
It's
dishwashers now wear.
equality. The dishwashers are wearing the same booty shorts. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Like, see, everybody's doing it. Don't complain.
That's all right. Welcome back to the stream. Oh, I'm showing this. Let me get I got Todd in here. Good morning, Todd.
Hey, hello.
Good. As Todd's searching for videos here, I want to share some pictures from last night.
I'm not searching. What am I? God damn it.
Yeah,
I'm playing Back for Blood, man.
That should be working. All right, let me show these pictures real quick. So this is last night's knife fight. What you got here is Steven kissing Kiri.
That is a big old trophy.
A huge trophy. This is like I'll show you this event. So this is them in action, getting ready to cook. This is on stage. There's a DJ back there with the ingredients. So what they do is they give different ingredients. So they have specialty ingredients they have to do. One was like peppercorn. Peppercorn was one, capers was another, and I think the rainbow fish was another. So this, what you're looking at here, was one of my favorite dishes. This was like a beef, what is it? Not ciabatta. What do they call that with the bread? Bruschetta?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is a beef bruschetta, which
It's your new nickname.
yeah, exactly. And I had to vote highly for it because that was beef and those are grapes right there. So that was really good. This is the rainbow fish. Now, this was Kiri's winning dish. Now, I said on the microphone last night that she had the bite of the night, which the other judges agreed. And this is the bite of the night. She made this fish look and taste like lobster, which was incredible considering they only had 25 minutes to cook all 3 meals on stage in front of everybody.
Wow.
Yeah. And so this was the bite of the night. This was absolutely delicious. I was all about it. But then I said to her, I was like, you had the best dish of the night, and then you had the worst dish of the night. She did with the peppercorn recipe. This is a peppercorn pudding. Okay. So what you see here, you see, just some garnish. No one ate that shit. The pudding had caramel in it, and it kind of burnt the caramel. And the peppercorn, it stuck to your teeth, and it gave you this aftertaste that was gross. That it took me a couple minutes and a bunch of sips of water to get it out of my mouth. It was just disgusting. But the fish made up for it. This was Steven's fish that he did with the rainbow. So this is the peppercorn ingredient on the fish with this kind of wasabi mayo-ish kind of stuff around it. The presentation, everything wasn't all that. For Steven's fish, and it was just okay. It felt like it was undercooked. But this is bomb. This was another rainbow fish dish with a nice little sauce. Lots of fish. These are the fish, the rainbow fish that we had. So this is the first time I've had fish like this. Most of the fish I've eaten are like salmon,
Yeah.
And I don't know if they cut off the heads and made like a sauce with it. But I think they should have. But yeah,
Let's
literally
cook live in studio next week.
Right.
Make our own fish dish.
It would smell like fish for months. So definitely don't want to do that. But it's the first time I've had a red fish and a blue fish. I was like living my Dr. Seuss life. This was the setup at Union. So all the tables were full. It was a beautiful night last night. And Union has this huge video screen that Gary was talking about yesterday. This is the second biggest screen in Southern Arizona. It's only second to U of A Stadium. So that screen is out there permanently for events and football games and things like that. And during the fall, I mean, it's a good hang.
Nice.
Yeah. This is Gary and Travis. Travis is the chef and owner of Parish. And Gary is the executive chef of El Charro, who's one of the co-organizers of the event. Yeah, with a nice little background. They wanted a crowd shot. And this is me spilling my coffee this morning.
I give that 5 stars. The best dish.
I just had to throw that out there. Feel
my pain, everybody.
Exactly. I'm still upset about that.
Yeah.
So the night last night was a long one, and I agreed to do it, and I enjoyed being a part of it. But they were supposed to start at 9:15. It didn't start till like 9:45.
Oof.
And then it didn't end till like 11ish.
Late night competition.
Yeah, which is great for industry workers because it's all servers and cooks.
Oh yeah,
chefs.
they're night owls.
Yeah, and these are my people, mind you.
Yep.
I've been in the restaurant industry for years, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I fit in. immensely. And so there's guys there that look like me, just kind of scrubby dudes, and they're just like smoking and drinking heavily and cursing. And I'm just like,
My people.
I love this crowd.
Right.
It's fantastic.
Freewheeling.
The problem is none of them are like radio listeners in the morning because they all work late night shifts. So.
Sleeping through it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have the podcast broadcast.
That's right. Which they actually featured on their big screen too. Woo. So yeah, it was a nice little plug. They did a great job in cross.
Did you get to stand up next to such a big screen and be like, "This is actually me, life sized"?
No, but I was on that big screen. They did do a live stream as well, and popped us up there, and that was nice to see. And I looked all right on the screen. When you take selfies, I didn't post pictures yesterday on my Instagram from our in studio guests because I didn't like the way that I looked in those pictures because I'm vain like that. But I like the way I looked on the big screen. I was just like, oh shit.
Are you the friend that does that thing in group shots? Like, let me see it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
If someone else takes it, I just go with it. But if I'm taking it on my phone and I look at it, I'm like, nah, my teeth look too yellow. Yeah, I can't with that. I got an image I'm trying to portray and throw out there. So
half stream.
All right. Yes, I was feeling home with my dudes.
And dudes.
These are good people. If you're going to make friends with anybody in this town, make friends with chefs.
That's right.
Because there's multiple reasons. But when you go out, I'm talking baller status. You go out to a nice restaurant and you're like, oh shit, that chef knows me. And, we're friendly and we're kind of friends. The next thing you know, you got these sample dishes coming to your table.
You have the maitre d' coming up during a date.
Right. They're just taking care of you. Like the restaurant's busy, but like, don't worry, I'll get you a table type deal. It's fantastic. And it definitely helps you look like a baller.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I want to have somebody come and compliments from the chef, Mr. Beef.
Exactly.
Like, oh.
Yeah. And it's like they're only going to share with you what they think is great. I mean, one of the things I like to do when I order at a restaurant is literally just straight up ask the server or the chef, like, what do you order? What's your favorite dish? Because I'll have that,
Every time at Applebee's, that's what I do.
Yeah. And they're like, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome every time.
Yep.
All right. Well, I got 20 seconds, so let me do this. We'll do this metal band segment on air, and then we'll do the TV time with Todd. Okay, Todd?
Sure. I got things.
You got this. All right, here we go. 8 seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. And if you're in a metal band, I got good news for you. I have a website that you can go to and you'll be able to create the perfect metal band name. It's super simple. And the website is called This Band Isn't Real. It is a Twitter account that also does that as well. And it will auto-generate different titles for bands and even albums, and it even generates a cover art to match.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example. When I went in there to generate some random band names, I came up with a band name like Unnatural Rot.
Unnatural Rot.
Unnatural Rot.
That's pretty metal.
That's pretty metal. How about The Void Continuum?
Ooh.
Yeah. Now I actually have album titles to go along with it. So Unnatural Rot, the album title would have been called Sickening Kaleidoscope Reprocessing. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. The Void Continuum,
like that.
The album cover would be called Black Hole Part 2, or Black Hole Part 2, Cold, or From the Cold Within.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that super metal or what?
Hard hitting.
Yeah.
Super
I got
metal.
more.
It's legit.
Yeah. I got Permanent Coagulation. Permanent Coagulation with their album Imprisoned from the Withering Realm.
Oh my, this is perfect.
Right? Does this not sound
this
metal?
Is actually impressive. I thought it was gonna be dumb. This is like, wow, I want to see them live.
Yeah, you thought it was gonna be dumb, but no, I don't come with the dumb stuff. This is all fire. Like the band Serpents of the Black Flame. Check out their album Shroud of the Demon Lord.
What? Perfect.
Are you getting blown away by this? I got Todd on the broadcast.
Make a poster of all these bands for a lineup coming up.
You should. All these mock band posters. We'll create the best festival ever.
Hell yeah.
I do have Todd on the broadcast podcast. What do you think of these names so far, Todd?
They're very metal. I think it's appropriate.
Yeah. So there's a metal band that I calculated called Grind Bastard. Grind Bastard is an excellent metal name.
Outstanding metal name.
Their album is called "The Only Good Nazi Is a Dead Nazi," thrown into the
Ooh,
grinder.
I'm into it.
Uh-huh.
Into the grinder.
Yeah. And 2 more names I was able to generate, and you could generate your own. This band isn't real. Uses the artificial intelligence to create these, and they're perfect. So the last 2, Gorewolf, and their album title, The Ashes of War.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Gore Wolf.
Or Massive Blood Sacrifice, or MBS for short. And the album cover, You Can't Make a Bone Crusher Without Crushing a Few Bones.
It's pretty metal.
Right. I'm like, am I too excited about this? Because I am seriously blown away.
I'm so sad these don't actually exist yet.
Yet. But like
Right.
we said before in the tease, the rapper Childish Gambino came up with his name using a Wu-Tang Clan name generator.
Uh-huh.
And it was a joke at first, but now you see Childish Gambino on a festival, you know who that is.
Mhm.
And he was one of the biggest artists in his group when he was putting out music. I don't know if he still is.
Thank you, Robot Overlords.
Right. So all you got to do if you're in a metal band, and I know a lot of you guys that listen to KFMA are, right? Go to thisbandisn'treal.com, generate this name, and come up with your name. And if you start playing gigs, just give me a heads up that you got it from this site. And they come up with an album like Unnatural Rot's Sickening Kaleidoscope Reprocessing, or The Void Continuum, which you could actually have. That's a fantastic name. Black Hole Part 2 from the Cold Within.
I want Gore Wolf. That's mine.
You want Gorewolf,
Yeah.
the Ashes of War?
Yep.
I'm
All right, you
surprised
can have
Gorewolf isn't an actual band. That's how
Perfect.
on it is.
That's how good it is.
I'm actually Googling that right now.
Do it.
Needs to be.
All right, so there you go. The AI generator coming up with great metal band names.
It's got to be WULF. Gore Wolf.
Oh, okay.
With the little omlauts above the 2 dots above it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, we're gonna do some TV time with Todd on the podcast broadcast. You could join us there at the stream on our Rock 1 2.1 Facebook page or youtube.com/Beef Vegan. We got more Beef Vegan Presents coming up after Foo Fighters next.
Gorewolf
Clear.
is fake. It's
All
so
right.
fake.
What is
It's
so
fake.
fake?
It's actually fake. Wait, no, wait.
Yeah.
There's a YouTube channel. Hold on. Wait. I might have found a Gorewolf YouTube channll.
You look like a movie character going like some scientist. Like everything's everything's fake, everybody. Look what I found. It's all a fraud.
None of this is real.
None of it.
There is a Gorewolf YouTube channel, but it looks like a dude that does
They didn't
horror
make
movie
it.
trailers. It's not a metal band, so still checks out. Good job, artificial intelligence.
Hell yeah. That's incredible. That's
Good morning, Big Daddy Tucson, our Twitch streamer.
Big Daddy.
BDT. All right, you ready for TV time, Todd?
Sure.
All right.
Yes. I want to say yes.
Okay, what do you got here?
First thing.
Does a cow make? What noise does a cat make?
A cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What noise does a dog make?
What's what?
What noise do you make in bed?
Important to keep
stupid.
keep everything fully in line with HR.
Right.
Do it again, actually, because I kind of it went over my head a little bit.
That was funny.
See, if
It's very
Rico's
meta.
laughing, I'm like, why are you
noise
laughing?
does a cow make? What noise does a cat make?
A cat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What noise does a dog make?
What's what?
What noise do you make in bed?
Okay, yeah.
How
I
did
like
that
with
go
our
over
hands.
your head, Beef?
I know. I usually, I'm trying not to talk about sex so much on the stream.
Lol.
Yeah. Had some complaints.
It's unholy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Trying to keep it family friendly on the fucking stream. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah. That. Ooh, hey. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Sexy
Alright.
time.
Since we're all having bad days at work, though, we can keep that one going.
What you got?
And always remember to secure your loads.
Nah.
You spilled the coffee. This guy spilled everybody's
Oh.
breakfast for a week.
Yikes.
Oh, that's the worst.
There's got to be a better way.
Is that enough
Oh
my life?
my god.
A big time F my life. That guy has got a lot of explaining to do.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that
Pretty
is.
bad ones.
All right.
It's like those were my eggs. Yeah, that's sad. There's some pretty bad ones out there of people dropping heavy things. Like there one recently of a car transport, one of those big trucks that transports like 20, Ferraris.
Yeah.
They have that thing falling down.
The pun of the day award goes to Big Daddy Tucson. Yoke is on him.
Well played.
Ah!
Big Daddy coming in with
All
the
right,
quick one.
What do we got here?
Speaking
monkeys.
of boner trackers, always leave. Don't ever bother a monkey's boner.
Oh, this monkey's kicking this guy's ass for slapping his boner.
Why are you doing that? Why you got to threaten?
Oh, no.
Why you got to be like that?
Nope.
Get a monkey.
Come on, monkey. I'm cheering for the monkey. Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Well, karma, baby.
That is fantastic.
Jeez.
And that's the end of that video, huh?
Yeah.
So we don't even get to see this guy's skull get
Yeah,
cracked
don't
open by a
into that
monkey.
man's life, but that's okay. That guy, the important lesson there is never mess with
The
a
monkeys.
monkey's boner.
You know, the reality is doing this gig, I come across these crazy monkey stories from India and Asia. About once a week, there is a monkey revolt happening. And they're getting smarter and smarter, Planet of the Apes style. It is getting scary. And they don't mess around. So if you go on vacation, if we're allowed to go in other parts of the world again, be on the lookout for crazy vigilante monkeys. I've shown so many examples on the stream over the past few months, even the past year. I mean, we've shown the video of the monkey on a little motorbike attempting to kidnap a child, like legitimately.
Kidnapping.
Yes.
we go. We raise him as a monkey. He be better.
All right, what do we got here?
That's all I got. Just remember, you'll never enjoy anything as much as this guy enjoys this song.
My spirit animal right there.
Like
Wow.
I don't.
It's actually impressive. I'm gonna do that at the next wedding for
That's
sure.
strange behavior right there. Like, how do you? I don't. But that's it. That's all I got. That's all.
I
We
love
will
it.
never enjoy anything as much as that man right there.
Never.
I have to go back playing Back for Blood.
All
Literally the game we all wanted. So,
All right, thanks for the TV time, Todd. We'll talk to you here tomorrow.
yes, sir.
Listen
All
to
right.
some gore wolf.
That's Todd, everyone. Now, he did show that video of all the eggs breaking, and that was definitely an F My Life situation. And speaking of F My Life, in case you missed our F My Life from this morning, we had a good round, and I want to share it with you now. So check this out.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
Awkward. It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600 KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Rockland 2.1 KFMA, time for another round of your F My Life situations as emailed to me at beefvegan@kfma.com. Of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, give us a call right now, 600 KFMA. That's 600-5362. Emil and Rico are both going to weigh in on these F My Lives this morning. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Our first one was written to us by Roken. He said, today, I finally had someone else touch my man parts. It was my doctor checking for testicular cancer and a hernia as part of my yearly physical. He's been the only person other than myself to touch my junk in the last 4 years.
Oh, things is rough out there.
Oh, yeah. Super rough.
I don't know about FMIL. I would say depending on what the outcome of that doctor's appointment. It could be.
Exactly.
Keep checking.
Exactly.
Keep checking.
Like, oh, I'm healthy. Okay. You're winning.
Yeah,
Fine.
check for 2 more minutes. All I need is 2 more minutes.
Let him finish.
So you're saying big baby, Emil?
Yeah.
What do you say, Rico?
Big sad baby.
Oh, that's all right, Rocket. Or keep getting broken. Keep going out there. You'll have someone touch your man parts eventually.
It'll happen.
All right, Mickey from the East Side wrote, today I'm so single, I signed up for a free consultation on an LBGT arranged marriage site. Oh, all right, F My Life, Rico.
No, he's doing the right thing. Good for him.
Yeah, I feel like that's fine.
He's making moves. He's
Yeah.
doing better than going to the doctor, at least.
Yeah.
That's true.
So-
Should probably set Mickey up with Broken.
Right.
All right, this next F My Life situation written to me from Bobby out in Vale said, today the Snapchat that I was taking of my car being washed included my commentary like, oh yeah, get into it, baby, which was replayed loudly through my car via Bluetooth while the workers were inside and all around washing it.
I don't know. It's
That's
pretty
funny.
funny, honestly. So I don't know if it's FMIL.
Yeah. lean into it. I love
Yeah.
it. Like, yeah, I'm a creep. Here's a tip.
Yeah. Would that motivate you if you were washing the car? If you had commentary like that? Like, yeah, I'm going to rub this a little harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe get a
Work.
tip out of it.
Exactly.
Okay. So we'll say Big Baby. That was super
Bunch of
funny,
big
Bobby.
babies.
All right. This next one was written to me from John. He said, today I was out on my first date in months. My stomach didn't feel quite right after dinner, but I tried to ignore it. During the movie, it got so bad, I decided to try to sneak a small fart for relief, which is always a bad idea. As soon as I did, the theater fell dead silent. My fart practically echoed in the silence.
F my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We've all been there trying
Yeah.
to time it just right. And it's like that silent moment. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right. So that's an F My Life, John. And the final F My Life today, written to us by Mel at beefy@kfma.com. Mel wrote, today I learned that my husband and I share the same taste in men. Oh.
Yikes.
F My Life? Yeah, we're
my
gonna
marriage.
Oh, yes.
Yikes.
All right, there's your F My Life situations for the day. We're going to hit the reset and be back here live on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Don't go away. And we're back. Okay, so
happening?
Arizona Griller, aka Nick, 0-10 Nick, I commented, what's your thoughts on the Dave Chappelle situation? You've been following this, Rico?
Yeah, I watched it a week ago.
Yeah, you watched the comedy special,
Yeah.
right? And you realize the backlash that's been happening from it,
If there's no backlash from comedy, then I don't want to see it.
right?
So,
So yeah,
Sorry.
so what's been happening, in case you guys have been under a rock, there's been like an attempted coup, walkout of sorts, protests amongst certain Netflix employees based off of the content in Dave Chappelle's latest comedy special.
Yep.
A comedy special which he addresses and makes jokes about trans people. He tells a story about a trans woman in particular who ended up committing suicide. This was a woman that Dave befriended. She was a comic. And he met her at a show. He talked about her in his previous comedy special.
Mhm.
And after that comedy special, when she was defending Dave Chappelle, then a lot of people on Twitter was attacking her left and right. And it just ended up being too much. She ended up committing suicide.
Yeah.
A very sad story.
Mhm.
Well told by Dave Chappelle, as always, a master at storytelling. And it still kind of missed the mark amongst these people who have a problem with his special, which was odd to me, especially considering the family of the trans woman who committed suicide that he was talking to has publicly came out in defense of Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
So it's difficult to sit here and not understand why some people in this position might be offended, but it's hard to also comprehend and relate not being a person of trans, not being a trans person. So like I'm not going to be offended by this, but I'm not offended by his white people jokes either. I've been a massive fan of Dave Chappelle forever.
Yeah.
So I always consider comedy as a beacon of truth.
Mm-hmm.
And this at the end of the day, these are jokes and opinions that whether you agree or disagree with, you shouldn't be offended by. Right.
It starts commentary, but to sit there and just say, I'm purely offended. How dare you deplatform? That's not healthy.
Yeah, like I was gonna actually tweet, even though I don't have any followers on Twitter, so I don't really give a shit to do that. But I've never been at a point where somebody told me an opinion that I didn't agree on. I've never been to a point to be outraged by that opinion.
Right.
That's kind of like the other guy's shtick. But the fact of the matter is, like, you can have a different opinion, and I could completely disagree with it and be fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't offend me.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's where it's at. I mean, you hear some vile shit from people all the time. Like, I don't agree with that, but I'm not mad.
Right.
Rock 102.1 KFMA, we're back on the air. We're just discussing this Dave Chappelle thing with our podcast broadcast streamers. And Nick asked, what our thoughts on the Dave Chappelle situation was. So just to wrap up our thoughts here, what my point is, what I was trying to say with this Dave Chappelle special and the backlash of the Netflix employees trying to stage a coup, walk out, protest, whatever. I think some of them were released of their duties and responsibilities in response to this. Netflix has been backing Dave Chappelle 100% behind this comedy special, and even put out a statement to their employees saying we are on the right side of history when it comes to this. And it's not that they agree with the statements or the jokes made in the special. They agree that comedy in particular and just art should not have to be censored just because you disagree with an opinion or got offended by it.
Yep.
And my point that I was talking about on the stream that I was going to tweet or whatever, and this happens with not just comedy specials, but politics, you name it, right? I hear people's opinions all the time that I don't agree with. Never once have I been outraged by an opinion. What I could thoroughly 100% disagree with somebody on whatever, whether it's politics or it's a joke or what they feel about, different sexual orientations, right? And I could be completely opposite as far as the beliefs are concerned, and they can share that opinion, and it won't make me mad. It may make me sad. It may make me disappointed that they believe certain things that I disagree with, but I'm not going to allow myself to be outraged over somebody's opinion because they don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not going to get vindictive over it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like opinions are like a-holes. That's the expression, right? Everyone has them.
I don't.
You don't?
Well, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that would be the takeaway if you're going to get this from this Dave Chappelle backlash, which has not affected him whatsoever. He's only making more money. And in fact, actually, a few days after his special aired and all this backlash was happening, he performed in Los Angeles in front of, I forgot what the venue was, but it was a big venue and a huge round of applause. And he's like, I guess this is what being canceled is. Huh?
Yeah.
He made a joke of that. Dave Chappelle is one of the greatest comedians of our generation. And you may be younger and not a Dave Chappelle fan. And that's on you. I would get into it. But my generation, ever since Killing Them Softly, and even some specials before that, but that was enough for me to be 100% in on Dave Chappelle. And I may not always agree with Dave Chappelle on his approach and everything, but I'll always appreciate it. I always appreciate it.
100%.
Yeah.
Go back and watch some Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, and then, we'll talk some more.
And that's the thing. We're in this such a PC age where everyone's so afraid of getting feelings hurt that that's just how it is in this kind of decade. But it will flip course and it will come back even stronger. So we're going to go full Andrew Dice Clay in the next 10 years. I see it coming. It's on the horizon.
I know.
They're like, remember when we used to tiptoe not to offend anybody? Now we're going to actively attempt to offend everybody.
The pendulum swings.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's hit the reset and we'll be back with your beef tip right after this. Stick around. Clear. Thanks for asking that question, Nick. That was nice. And it gave us some content that wasn't on the sheet, which I'm always for. Let's see some of these comments. And we'll play Faker Florida. Let's see. Veganiga said, I'm all for trying to avoid offending people, but it's gotten to the point where only a handful of offended people on Twitter are enough to shut stuff down. Need to go back to serving the majority. Yeah. It does kind of feel like that.
It's like a perception of majority on Twitter. Like the Twitter sphere, the corporations are like, oh, that's everybody. Oh, we have a certain sector of people. It's just
it's the loudest minority, right? Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's answer the phone here. Rocco on 2.1, who's this?
Hi, this is Darlene.
Hey, Darlene. What can I do you for?
I was just listening to what you're saying, and I was reading on Twitter the other day something about somebody was interviewing the guys that created the movie Airplane.
Oh yeah.
I can never
said,
fly today.
You could never make that movie today. And they said, yeah, we could, just without the jokes.
Right.
Blazing Saddles.
Imagine the world without Airplane.
I know.
It's one of the greatest comedies ever.
Right. It's not a world that we want to live in. And just taking away all this great stuff that we, still appreciate and create this timeless art and entertainment. And yeah, you can still watch like a lot of those movies that were made back then. And you're like, oof, that's rough. Ooh, yeah, that's a little rough too. But, it's still glad that you made it and you could disagree with it now. People learn over time as well. Like Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is another one of those movies. Yeah.
Mel Brooks, genius. That guy, that standards today would never, cater to his genius.
I know.
Unfortunately.
Even the Three Amigos.
Right. Yeah, even the Three Amigos.
Now I'm offended by that. I feel like they were culturally appropriating.
That's true. Rico technically is Mexican, but he was raised in Wisconsin, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, okay.
Go Packers.
I appreciate the phone call. And I agree with you.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Bye. I see. That was an excellent phone call.
Yeah.
We had here live on the podcast broadcast. That was the broadcast side, if you were wondering. So she was listening on the radio for all
What's
you
the
kids
radio?
out there. Yeah.
What is that?
I'm glad you asked, Rico.
You notice this banner behind me? Frequencies.
Exactly.
Anyway.
All right. Here, let me do this real quick. I want to play Faker Florida with you guys. But I do need to share this clip as I get everything set up for our wrap up. So the clip that I'm going to share with you is our Morning Moron, which I teased. Both Rico and Emil delivered the news this morning in Morning Moron. Both stories had to deal with naked people, and it went a little something like this. Rock 102.1 KFMA, that's the new music from Daughtry, Heavy as a Crown. Welcome back to P. Presents. Time for your Morning Moron, and I have Rico and Emil both reporting on an individual Morning Moron story.
Hello.
We'll start off with Emil. Emil, who's your Morning Moron?
Well, my morning moron is this dude who the 30-year-old guy. Of course, this is Florida, of course, St. Petersburg.
Oh,
Florida.
you got a Florida
Yeah, I
story.
got a Florida story.
All
Okay.
right.
So Terry Majors, I can say his name, right? I'm not like doxing this dude. He did it to himself. He
Yeah.
called 911 last Thursday. He was having some trouble breathing. Sent an ambulance. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Some point on the way to the hospital, he started just beating off in front of the EMTs. According to the report, he took it out, started just doing his thing while they were trying to treat him. And for some reason, he put a condom on. I guess, it's protection.
He put a condom on while like pleasuring himself
Yeah,
in
but
the ambulance?
At least he has like standards or morals. Like, hey, safe sex, guys. He's just showing the world that. So, yeah, he did this. He asked for an ice pack, started using that to pleasure himself as well.
Nothing was stopping this guy from getting it done.
Yeah, so he was just kind of, seeing what's out there, trying to find new kinks, I guess.
All right.
Hey, my ambulance kink.
Yeah, so your Morning Moron is a man who would not stop pleasuring himself inside an ambulance in front of ambulance people, huh?
Yeah.
An ice pack.
With an ice pack. That's ice cold.
My thing is just with a condom. But, hey.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm sorry I overlooked that fact. It's like, who does that with a condom?
Wait, guys, before I do this, I'm going to practice safe sex.
I bet you the paramedics appreciated that, just in case, that way they're not in a splash zone, so to speak.
Right.
All right. What do you have, Rico?
It ain't exactly Florida, but it's Jefferson City, Missouri. Oh, boy. We have a woman on drugs who streaked at an 8th grade football practice.
No, jeez.
Yeah.
This has got to be awesome for the 8th graders, though.
Seriously, it's like, yeah, it's every 8th grade. Like, oh, cool, man. Look.
Yeah, a naked chick is still a naked chick when you're 14.
No matter what. A 27-year-old named Lacey Uth got arrested on Friday after she streaked across the field in an 8th grade football practice. She ran onto the field wearing only a scarf, and 29 8th grade boys were there practicing when it happens.
Oh, man.
Turns out she lives nearby and didn't actually intend to streak. So that's where I'm like, wait a minute.
Okay.
She told the cops she was at home doing drugs. But she got paranoid. She thought she was going to die. And she ran outside to find help.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Time to take off the clothes and find help.
Yeah, so just basically a bad location on her part. Bad luck. You go out.
Wow, in the photo, she looks like a Marvel villain.
Yeah, she does. Wow. You got to think of the Marvel villain name now that you said it was Marvel villain. You got to give it a heroin tinge to it, too. Yeah.
It's beautiful hair. I wonder if the carpet matches the
heroin.
I mean, I guess a bunch of 8th graders know in Tennessee or wherever this was. At least she wore a scarf too.
All right. So to recap the Morning Morons, both naked, there was a. All right. No. So I would just telling Rico from this Morning Moron story, like if I had a couple more hours sleep, I'd be able to have a name for this Marvel villain right off the bat, like tip my head. And then Rico replies, Methos. And I'm like, you son of a bitch, where were you?
The caffeine kicked in after the second giant energy drink.
Oh, like that's what I was looking for. When I was begging for it.
Sorry, I'll get up at 3 o'clock and start chugging more caffeine.
There you go.
I'm wired.
That's what I do. 3:45. I slept in today, actually, though. I woke up at 4:30 today.
All that rainbow fish.
All that rainbow fish, which is going to fly out of me, man. I'm telling you. All right. I want to play Faker Florida with you guys. The way we're going to play this is just comment whether you think it's a fake or Florida. I'm going to give you a headline. And we were going to do a Florida man story, but it doesn't look like we're going to have time for that.
Oh, Shame.
I know. That's right. I'll save it for tomorrow. All right, let me pull up my headlines here. Okay, here is the first headline. Comment if you believe this headline is fake or from the great state of Florida. A Sarasota woman was arrested for abusing 911 after she called 5 times to report that her pizza was late. Fake or Florida? Now, these things, it's a difficult game because they all sound legit.
Uh-huh. Therein lies the genius.
Yes, and it's such a fun bit to write out because I just think of creative, craziness. All right, Gittin says Florida. All right, so again, the headline for fake or Florida is a Sarasota woman was arrested for abusing 911 after she called 5 times to report that her pizza was late. Fake or Florida? Looks like the consensus, everyone is saying Florida, and that means I duped everyone.
Wow.
Woo!
Damn.
Fake. I've been doing these fake or Florida headlines for fucking decade now, right?
You're tuned in.
I'm tuned in. So
chaos.
I'll give you a tip if you ever want to try this game at home. It's always helps when you put in a location to make it sound more authentic. So I Google cities in Florida and I'm like, Sarasota.
You trickster.
All right, this next one. Hey, you trickster. That's my nephew calls me that. All right, fake or Florida. Here's the headline. A Tampa man was arrested for public intoxication and reckless endangerment after riding naked on his horse inside a shopping mall. Fake or Florida? Fake or Florida from the Tampa man who was arrested for public intoxication and reckless endangerment after riding naked on his horse in a shopping mall.
Damn it.
What do you think it is?
Do I think?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with fake on this one.
You're going to go fake?
Yeah.
Okay. Big Daddy Tucson or Mike Dame says Florida. Manny says Florida. Big Daddy Tucson says Florida.
Everyone's hedging on Florida.
Everyone's hedging on Florida.
Yeah, it's Florida.
And got you again. Ha! Got him. That's fake.
Woo.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You guys are 0 for 2. Let's see if you can get this last one. At least, end the morning with a W. Here's the headline. A Martin County man was turned in by his neighbors for gardening in the nude on his front lawn. I like
Florida.
to keep things naked. All right, you're saying Florida.
I say Florida.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. A Martin County man was turned in by his neighbors for gardening in the nude on his front lawn. Is that fake or Florida?
Wait.
All right, let's see.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Yeah, and I think everyone's agreeing with you. So we had... Big Daddy Tucson says faked again. Oh, no, that was a different thing. All right, he said Florida, 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 Florida. And this time, you guys are all 100% right. Woo. Yes, the third headline was 100% Florida.
Wow.
Yeah.
Calling the cops on your neighbor for gardening naked on his own property?
Uh-huh, go
How
figure.
dare you?
All right, let's wrap things up. Rock 2.1 KFMA. Unfortunately for us, that's all the time that we have for today's show. But the good news is we'll be back tomorrow, 6 to 10 a.m. And you can always rewatch our podcast broadcast on the YouTube page, youtube.com/beefvegan. We're giving away tickets to Jason Bonham and U of A Wildcats football tomorrow morning as well. And Powers will join me in 9 o'clock hour on the podcast broadcast. We're going to have Kat Rumbly in studio. She is awesome, and you guys are really going to enjoy her. If you don't know who she is, she works at the Arizona Sonoran Desert Museum, and she's fantastic. So that's going to be the podcast broadcast tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, soon will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.